Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Backstage Pass of Successful Early Childhood Leaders. I'm Chani Wolshansky, your host, and today I have with me Katie Duggan, who's the director of the Cadence Academy Preschool in Bourne, Massachusetts. Katie, thank you so much for being here today.
Oh, no problem. Thank you.
So our topic for today is how to become more confident in your decision making. And so when we think about the word confidence, it actually can mean so many things. It's like a really loaded word, right? And so for you, Katie, when you think of confident decision what's the first thing that comes to your mind?
Willing to delegate and let go, and having the know-it-all in your team to be able to take on those tasks that I use to micromanage.
Wow, I love that. So it's the willingness, repeat that again, because this is really powerful.
The willingness to delegate and let go, and having the knowledge of your team to having, I don't know, gosh, now I can't say it. Having the I want to say confidence again, but having confidence in your team to be able to let go and stop micromanaging.
Yeah.
And trusting them, having the trust in your admin team.
And so there's so many things you said here. It's the willingness to let go. It's the willingness to delegate. It's the confidence in yourself that you can trust the other person. It's the confidence in your team that they're actually going to execute on your vision and not let you down, right? There's so many intricate layers here. And so my first question to you for all the leaders that are watching is, what was the first step that you took towards this journey? Because as we were talking before we hit record, is that this is a work in progress. This is a journey. There's no mastery when it really comes to this. It's always just becoming 1% better every day, or even every week. So what was that first kind of shift that you took towards this journey?
I mean, for me, without like delving into a lot of like my background and the reason why I sought you out in the first place, is,
and we'll talk about that in a couple minutes.
Just like the initial step was pretty much, I mean, this is going to sound really horrible. I was going to get fired.
Why?
I tried to do it all. I had come to this school from a different school within the same organization. And I could do it all there because it was a smaller school.
Yeah.
And I came with and all of it, after a year of being here, I still had the weight of the world on my shoulders. I felt like nothing was getting done. I would go home at night in tears. And I got a little push from my supervisors and said, look, you need to change the way that you're doing things and the culture of your school, because no one's happy here because you're not happy. Or else, we're going to have to figure out a different role for you in the organization. It's pretty much.
Wow. That was like an ultimatum.
Yep, pretty much.
Yeah. And so that for you was a big push that, oh my gosh, I have to change.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah.
And you can't fix anything else without fixing yourself first.
Exactly.
And that's
what the ripple effect is about. The director's there at the center. You got to fix your, and it's not fix yourself because we're not broken. It's about fixing the system and the habit that we keep leaning on. Yep. Because we're all whole as human beings. We're all worthy. We're all good enough exactly how we are. It's about what is our habits and systems that we were leaning on that are delivering less than average results. So I love that. I'm so glad that you brought up that point there. So for you, before you came to the Summit of Excellence last year, you were struggling with all these things, the weight of the world on your shoulders, coming home at the end of every day and just feeling so defeated because you worked your buns off all day, but still so no return on your effort.
Yep.
So coming to the event was actually your first engagement and interaction with us and the Schools of Excellence team.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about that first interaction, because a lot of people come into our world before the event, but for you, this was your first engagement.
I loved having the workbook available. I still use it.
Awesome. 9 months later, still using it.
I do. Yep.
So for you, when you think about, going back to what you said before about the confidence in your decision-making, the ability to delegate, the ability to trust your team, you spoke about doing this Post-it challenge. Tell us about what you did in that challenge that really was the catalyst towards this amazing change and transformation in yourself as a confident leader.
So with the Post-it challenge, we were to just stick Post-its up on the wall in different colors, right? Of the tasks that I were to complete and the people on my admins were to complete on a daily, weekly, monthly basis. And in looking after completing it with my assistant director and one of my coordinators, I found that a lot of my tasks were overall program tasks, like big picture tasks, and most of their tasks were the day-to-day, run the floor, and all like the little things that happen on a daily basis, where my focus, I learned to shift my focus to the overall picture of things.
Yeah. So let me pause for a second before we unpack that even further. So in our Directors Inner Circle, we had a challenge called the Post-it Challenge, where we had all of the directors and owners, whoever was in the group, unpack all of the projects, all of the tasks, all of the different goals that they have as leaders into different lanes. So Katie had her lane of and each task was on its own Post-it. And then her admin team did that, and anyone else that was on the team. So we can see, whoa, this is all the stuff that have to get done here on a daily, weekly, monthly basis. So after brain dumping all of that, how did that lead to trust and confidence and delegation? Like, how did you go from there to there?
It just made it made them see what I'm going to now start holding them accountable for, which was huge, because I think a lot of what I struggled with before was the accountability piece and the follow-up piece. Yeah. And I might have delegated a task before, but if it didn't get done or didn't get done the way that I wanted, I just kind of took it over and finished it. And I've learned to say no and hand that back to them and ask them to finish it. I've been a lot better at keeping with deadlines for them as well as myself. And then if something's wrong, asking them to fix it, because you're not going to learn by just taking it over yourself.
So this is such a huge thing. And I want to pause for a minute again. I love what you said when you saw something wrong. Your first mode was, I just went and did it myself and just fixed it, whatever it is. But now you bring it back to them and have them fix it. Because again, by having them fix it, what's the ripple effect by having them actually fix the problem? What happens in the school because of that?
I mean, taking ownership piece, right? Yes. So now we're all owners, and not just a few people. We all care about the work that we are doing for children and families. Yeah. And we all eventually it turned into us wanting to just get it done right the first time, and providing that for the families and the team. Yeah.
And what happens when we get something done right the first time? How much time do we save? Like, this is such a huge piece. Like, how much time do we waste by running back and forth and do it this way and do it that way and this way and that way? Like, there's just so much runaround. And it's not that you're going to eliminate the runaround completely. There's still going to be some time that there's a runaround, whatever, because that's life. Life doesn't work in a perfectly neat box. There's always going to be something that's coming up. But what I feel like what you're sharing a lot is that now you actually have this roadmap of like, okay, so when this happens, here's what I can do. And it's not, I just have to stay here till 2:00 in the morning and finish everyone's work and come home crying and defeated at the end of the day.
Right. Correct.
Yeah, which is huge. And I love that. And I'm so happy for you in that way, because for me, our mission is to really empower school leaders so that they can help create this ripple effect in their school and in their lives. And again, like you were saying, when we take care of ourselves first, everything comes out from there. So Katie, you're coming back this year again for the summit, which I'm so excited about, excited to see you again in person. What are you looking forward to? What's bringing you back this year?
Just the idea of getting refreshed and rejuvenated, sort of to say, just being able to incorporate more of what you like, being able to take that next step. Like I said, this year was very much a roller coaster for me after the live event last year, and I didn't get to do a lot that I wanted to do. I mean, the confidence and the being able to delegate piece is definitely a huge start and a huge step in the right direction. But a lot got thrown on my plate that was completely unexpected.
Yeah, we had a shift in ownership. Yeah, you had a lot of other things that were going on.
I have my NAEP 3 accreditation is going on right now.
Yeah.
So there's just a lot going on this year that I wasn't able to help build the staff culture and that of it. And I'm really looking forward to getting those tools put into place for next year.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, I'm really excited that you're joining us again. So for all of you that are watching this and thinking, oh my gosh, this Post-it challenge sounds amazing. This is something that I need to do with my team. Katie is actually going to be sharing with you the screenshot of her Post-it challenge of what she actually did. And we'll be unpacking it a little bit in a special PDF that you'll be able to get right under the show notes here in this video. So don't worry about that. You'll be able to get access to it and actually use that. So Katie, what would you say to a director, to an owner, someone who's thinking about joining us at the summit? What would you tell them?
Definitely, if you can get there, because it really, I needed this in my life last year because I was at a place where I was seeking feedback from people outside of my organization and to make myself better that didn't know me well and that could kind of like get me on the right track. And it really did change, and being a part of this group for this last year really did change the entire way that I work.
I love that. I love that. Katie, thank you so much. So excited to see you again and give you a massive hug in July. Thank you so much for being here, and wishing you an awesome day. Thank you so much.
You too. Thanks.